to our YouTube channel, and for today's video, I'm sharing with you the mugs that I've made today, sublimation mugs. I'm going to share with you the process of how to sublimate mugs, like what I have here in my samples. So if you want to know more about the process, just keep on watching this video. And of course, before printing our design, we're gonna create it first in Canva. So I'm using Canva Pro in creating my mug designs. So we're just using a simple design here. I'm using their initial letters here with some flowers and then the name on the other side. Same as this and this. And then I'm gonna create a mug for my papa. And that's the initial letter with a small slice here and the name. And then on the other side, I actually included his real name, and that is Tafala, and the meaning of his name, friend of God, with a blue heart here. So this will be at the front and this will be at the other side of the mug. And I have already saved it and we're going to print it now. And now we're going to print our design, so don't forget to put the correct size, and we're using again an Epson L121 printer because that's the printer that I have converted into sublimation. The quality must always be high. Print preview, and then let's go to more options, and don't you ever forget the mirror image. So you have to make sure that you always mirror your items before you print them. So as you can see, it looks like this, and just click on print. And of course, our sublimation transfer paper is here, so let's just wait for it to be printed. So now we're printing our design for the mug press that we're gonna use later on. Just gonna wait for this, and then of course we have to cut every design that we have, because on this A4 paper I was able to lay out, I was able to print 3 designs of the mugs, so we just have to cut them off later before we put them into our mugs. Also, just remember that you can always adjust your sizing in Canva. So if you are going to create your designs in Canva, just make sure that you have adjusted the size of your canvas in Canva. So the paper size must always be adjusted. You can Google the size of the mug wraps, but this one, it's not really a mug wrap because the design is just like this in white background. But if you're going to create designs that are mug wraps, make sure that you have the exact sizing. So now we're going to start heat pressing our mugs. We have here the Kui mug press that I actually purchased from Shopee. And what we're gonna do first is, so the mug that I have is a sublimation mug, which is 11 ounce in size. So first, we're gonna put it here so we'll know if the size is okay with our heat press. So what we have to do is we just have to insert the mug here and then push on the lever, and let's see if it's too tight. We have to adjust the knob here. So just adjust it. If it's too loose, then you just have to adjust the knob of the mug press. So there. So now it's fine. And let's go ahead and preheat our mug press. So in preheating our mug press, there's just the on and off button here, and we always set it to 190 degrees. So just click on that. So it's 190 degrees Celsius, and then 180 seconds. So that's 3 minutes in total for us to be able to heat press our mugs. So let's start heat pressing it. I'll just show you how to. Let's just wait for the temperature to go up to 190 degrees, and then we're going to prep our mugs. So as mentioned earlier, these are our mirrored images that we have to put on our mugs. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a heat resistant tape. That's the same tape that we are using when we heat press our shirts or our canvas bags. So it's just the same tape. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these first. I don't have a tape dispenser, so I'm cutting it manually. But if you have a link, shop link, maybe you can comment it down below so I can buy my own tape dispenser for this, because the tape is so thin, so I can't find a tape dispenser. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our design here in our mug press. So there. This is actually not a wrap design, so you might want to check on the other side. Okay, so it's fine. The other side is like that. So the other side is like this with a name, and here is the letter, the initial letter. Okay, so let's just put on the heat resistant tapes. So when you're doing mug press, make sure that you always put heat resistant tapes. Don't use the regular or the normal tapes because it will burn. So make sure you're just using this kind of tapes. There. So this is the other side. There's the name here on the other side and the initial here on the other side. So let's just do it with all of the mugs that we have. So now that we already have the temperature that we're aiming for, 190 degrees, sometimes it does that. So let's go ahead and put our mugs. So we're just gonna insert the mug here. And there. So you don't have to press any button, because once you put down the lever, it will automatically, the seconds or the timer will automatically go. So there, we just have to wait for it until the alarm beeps. Alright, so when the alarm beeps, you just have to remove the mug here, there, and let it cool. And then just press another mug. So here are our mugs, our sublimation mugs. Just don't do not and never attempt to touch them because they are super duper hot. Let's just wait for them to cool down for like 10 to 15 minutes before we peel off. And whenever we peel off, or it depends, I'm using my Cricut, this one, whenever I peel them off. Or sometimes you can just peel them off using your nails if you have long nails. So there. So let's just wait for it to cool down before peeling off the sublimation transfer paper. Alright, so now that they have cooled down, we can go ahead and remove these. Let's check. Sometimes it's really hard to remove this because of the tape that we're using. So this is the sublimation tape, or the heat resistant tape that we're using. So there you can see the design. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at removing this. The tape, these heat resistant tape, they are very beautiful, that they really stick to your item, to your project. So there. Alright, so nice. The design is so nice, and there. So there's a name at the back. The other side of the mug. So there's the name and there's the initial. So let's just remove all of this. So this one is the letter A that we do have. So this is really nice. This will be perfect as a gift, and if you have a business, if you want to turn it as a business, this is so nice. So there. You have it. So if you have these, if you master the skill of sublimating projects, you can always give them as a gift for your loved ones or for your friends. Like if you have like birthday parties to attend to, your office mates or what. So you can always create your own personalized gifts. So this one is actually from my papa. There. And at the back, I think I've shown you the design when I was creating it in Canva. So the back part is actually his real name. That's the other side there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, like this video, comment down if you have any questions or suggestions, and see you on our next video. Bye!